tonight in Life with Elizabeth, featuring Del Moore. Number one in the life of Elizabeth occurred because of Mama's letter. You probably have someone in your family who writes the way Elizabeth's mother does. Long letters full of interesting news. There's just one thing wrong. Nobody can read them. Elizabeth, how are you tonight? Mama's handwriting pretty bad? Regular hand tracks, huh? Oh, by the way, Alvin's trying to get your attention. Elizabeth. Hmm? Elizabeth. Hmm? Elizabeth, are you listening to me? Mm-hmm. You haven't heard a word I've said, have you?
Sure I have.
Okay, what did I say? This ought to be good.
What ought to be good?
Go on, repeat what I said.
You said Elizabeth, and I said, You said Elizabeth again, and I said, You said, are you listening to me? And I said, uh-huh. And you said, you haven't heard a word I've said, have you? And I said, sure I have. And you said, okay, what did I say? This ought to be good. And I said, what ought to be good? And you said, go on, repeat what I said.
Don't be so smug.
Alvin, did you know that smug spelled backwards is gums?
So what?
I just thought you'd like to hear a joke with teeth in it.
Look, honey, I'm going to let you sit down here because I admire courage. And it takes real courage to tell gags like that. What have you got there?
Oh, it's a letter from Mama, only I can't figure it out.
What makes you think you can figure it out any better over here than you did over there?
So you're going to help me?
Oh.
What does this say?
Let me see it. Honey, I can't figure out your mother's writing.
I know it's pretty bad. Sometimes I think she writes in code.
Grams, clod, he, slat.
No, that says grandfather lost his hat.
Doesn't she cross her T's?
She dots the T's. Crosses the I's.
Well, why, for goodness sake?
Well, some people are left-handed, Mama's left-brained.
Now, let's see if we can figure this thing out. She dots her T's and she crosses the I's. Does she cross anything else?
Papa.
Look, honey, I asked a sensible question and I expect a sensible answer. Does she cross anything else?
No.
Okay.
But she has a wonderful picture of Washington dotting the Delaware. Aren't you glad you married me? I'm a million laughs. Honey, is a virus very heavy?
A virus? You mean like a little germ?
I don't know. Mama says Elsie's in bed because somebody hit her with a bouquet of viruses.
Now, it doesn't say that, and you know it.
Okay, I'll be serious. Maybe this is important, and I'll be lucky if I can figure out half of what Mama says. Now, this, for instance. She says, Papa is in town, and I'm worried about his cough. Is that a C?
Papa's in town. I'm worried about his cough. No, that's a D. Papa is in town, and I'm worried about his dough, his money.
No, Mama never say dough.
No, I guess not.
She always says cabbage.
Let me see. That's definitely O-U-G-H.
Yeah, but that isn't a D. No, I think she's worried about his cough. No, wait a minute. Maybe it's enough. Papa is in town, and I'm worried about enough.
Look, this light isn't very good. Let's go over and try that one. Yeah, right here. Sit down. All right. Now, look, right here. Now, you agree that that's O-U-G-H.
Well, I think so. Unless maybe this isn't town at all.
Mm-mm.
Well, sure, here. Papa is a clown, and I'm worried about his laugh.
There's only one way to settle this. I'll be right back.
Honey, I still think I was right in the first place. Papa is in town, and I'm worried about his cough. No, Papa nearly drowned, and I'm worried about his cough.
Something left over from my butterfly hunting days. Elizabeth, that's only your fingernail.
I thought I cut myself.
Aha! Look at there, Elizabeth. Plain as day, see?
That is clear now, isn't it? Grandfather lost his hat.
No. Papa is in town, and I'm worried because it's rough.
No, that says Papa got me down, so I threw him in the trough.
Honey, that's an O-U-G-H. I know an O-U-G-H when I see one. I should. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm not going to sleep until I find out about it. Operator, give me Merrifield 7441.
Honey, don't spend money on a long-distance phone call just to...
Neither one of us are... Mercury 1717.
Honey, I know an O-U-G-H when I see one. Take my word for it. It's worth $4 to... Honey, I know.
Mama? Hi. Oh, fine. Mama, we just got your letter. Yeah, and Alvin and I were having a little discussion over one particular sentence.
Honey,
I think it says Papa is in town, and I'm worried about his cough or dough enough.
Rough or tough?
Rough, tough, trough, laugh, bow. She says she's not sure, but she thinks it's Papa's on the train, and I'm worried about the plow.
That doesn't make sense.
Mama, no, Evan says that doesn't make sense. Do you think you could? Oh, that'd be wonderful. Good. Or, yeah. Well, look, Mom, fine. Goodbye, Mama.
What's wonderful?
Well, she can't remember what she wrote, so she's going to come out here and see for herself.
I shall leave you at this point, Elizabeth.
Why?
This whole thing was a sneaky little plot just to get her to come out for a visit, wasn't it?
Alvin, how can you say such a thing?
Good night, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, it was a plot, wasn't it? Aren't you ashamed? Incident number 2 in the life of Elizabeth occurred because of the Brotherhood of Omnipotent Brothers. That's Alvin's lodge. Seems that the Brotherhood is putting on a dinner, and Elizabeth and Alvin are getting ready to go. As you can see, Alvin's happy. He sees a long evening ahead of him. Speeches, chicken a la king, and plenty of backslapping. As you can see, Elizabeth is unhappy. She sees a long evening ahead of her. Speeches, chicken a la king, plenty of backslapping. It all depends on your viewpoint, I guess.
Come on, honey, hurry up. We have to be at the lodge hall at 8:30 sharp.
Alvin, we may have to be there at 8:30, but believe me, with that gang, we don't have to be sharp.
Now, honey, don't be like that. You'll have a million laughs. Charlie's going to be Toastmaster.
I don't like toast. Come to think of it, I don't like Charlie.
Honey, don't just sit there. I want my wife to be the most dazzling woman at the banquet. What are you going to wear?
Blue jeans.
You're real cute. Hey, I'll help you. Hey, which perfume are you going to use?
Some of the cheap stuff.
You mean this?
Alvin!
What's the matter?
How can you stand there and look so happy when you know we have a whole evening of the Brotherhood of Omnipotent Brothers ahead of us?
Oh, honey, now, they're fine people. A little corny, perhaps, but he's good-hearted.
A little corny. Look, I'm a lodge member saying hello to you.
Hello, Alvin.
Cut it out, will you?
Did you hear about the absent-minded professor who slammed his wife and kissed the door?
A little corny, he says.
I don't know a single club member that'd tell a joke like that.
Just the same, that's where I heard it.
Who told it?
You.
Honey, look at the time. We've got to hurry. We don't want to miss the opening remarks for the Grand Lizard.
The Grand what?
Lizard.
Who's going to be the Purple Cobra this year, dear?
Alan Cooper.
You mean to tell me there is such a thing as a Purple Cobra?
Well, sure.
Alvin.
Mm-hmm.
Honey. Do we have to go to this snake pit tonight?
Oh, honey, you'll love it.
I'm going to feel a little out of place without fangs.
Honey, would you hurry up? We're going to be late.
Alvin, why did you have to join this particular lodge when there's so many good ones?
Lots of reason. The insurance, for one.
Some insurance. When you die, you stop paying dues.
Yeah, well, how about the accident insurance?
Well, that only pays off if you're bitten by the Purple Cobra.
Well, I'll get lots of other benefits.
When?
Just as soon as I'm a full-fledged snake.
I've got news. Any man who would expect his wife to go to this so-called banquet is a full-fledged snake.
You better not let the Supreme Mongoose hear you say a thing like that.
The Supreme Mongoose?
Sure.
Alvin, I can't believe that an intelligent man like you... Let me put that another way. That a man like you... That isn't right either. Who's the Supreme Mongoose?
He's the ruler over all the snakes. And then comes the Grand Lizard, the Purple Cobra, and then there is the Chief Rattler.
He's just a baby, I suppose.
Hmm?
One.
That's all. The rest of the men are just ordinary snakes, except the newcomers like me. I'm not a snake yet.
You want to bet? What are you?
I'm just a worm.
That does it. Most wives have husbands that if they have any vices at all, maybe they go out bowling once a week. But no, I have to have a husband whose main ambition in the whole wide world is to be a snake. What are you grinning at?
Oh, nothing. I'm sorry. Go on.
Let me tell you something, Alvin. I expected to get poisoned by the food tonight, but now I can see I'm going to have to watch out for the people.
Honey, hurry up. We're going to be late. Come on, come on.
Oh, sure. We don't want to keep the Supreme Mongoose waiting.
Yeah, that's right.
Brotherhood of Omnipotent Brothers. Do you realize what the initials stand for?
No, I never stopped to think about it. What?
B-O-O-B, boob. Gonna have dinner with a bunch of boobs.
Here, let me help you with this.
I can do it myself, thank you.
Oh.
Snake-like boobs.
Elizabeth, the curtain goes up at 8:30.
What did you say?
I said that it's curtains if we're not there at 8:30.
That's not what you said. You said the curtain goes up at 8:30. What did you mean?
Well, look, I'll tell you as soon as you come out of this tunnel. Come on.
Tell me now.
Well, since it's our anniversary, I thought maybe that we...
Alvin, you remember?
Look, I refuse to be kissed by a headless woman. Get out of this thing. There you are.
Well, you mean we're not going to that horrible banquet tonight?
Of course not. Look at that.
Sweet.
Huh?
Alvin, I can't go to the Philharmonic looking like this. Look at my hair.
Honey, look at the time. We've got 15 minutes. Come in the car. Come on.
Alvin, did you make up all that stuff about the snake?
Well, maybe just a little bit. Come on, let's go.
Wait a minute, let me get my purse.
Honey, look, Arturo down the
Number 3 in the life of Elizabeth occurred the evening of the day Richard was fired. Now, Richard is a very good friend of Alvin, so naturally Alvin was concerned. And Alvin is a very good husband of Elizabeth, so naturally Elizabeth was concerned. See how cleverly it all works out?
Honey, for heaven's sake, will you sit down? You've been pacing like that ever since you came home. Anybody think you were the one who'd lost his job?
But I worry about the guy. Now, I wonder what he did to get himself canned.
Probably something brilliant if I know our boy Richard. Maybe he tried to cash a hat check.
Elizabeth, don't say things like that. There are times when Richard's positively brilliant.
Name one.
Well,
I admire your loyalty to your friend, sweetheart, but let's face it, this is a man who thinks a troubadour is a bullfighter.
Yeah. Well, isn't it?
Of course not. A troubadour is a fellow who plays trouba. I made that up. I think that's right.
Are you through making fun of my friends?
Oh, darling, I was only kidding you. Come here a minute. Come here. I think the world of Richard.
You do not. You keep saying he's stupid.
You're getting completely off the subject. Come here. The thing we have to do when Richard comes here tonight is try to get his job back for him. Or at least help him get a new one. The fact that he's not very bright just simply complicates matters a little bit.
Now he's not very bright. Before he was stupid, and now he's not very bright.
Will you calm down? The point is, stupid or not, I like Richard very much, and I want to help him.
Then if you like Richard, apologize for what you just said about him.
All right, I think he's very sweet and gentle and completely non-compos mentis. That goes for you, too, darling.
Thank you, dear. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Oh.
Hi, Richard.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Hi, Alvin. I brought you your evening paper. That silly paper boy threw it clear over on the neighbor's lawn.
You don't take any evening paper, Richard.
It must belong to the lady next door.
Well, no wonder she put up such a fight.
Yeah, she's quite a scrapper. Oh, you two sit down. I'll take it back to her.
Yeah. Look, would you do me a favor? Please concentrate a little tonight.
You know, for a skinny old lady, she sure can fight, Alvin.
What did I just say?
I think I can take her if I go into training.
Never mind.
Give her that old 3-4.
Never mind that, Richard. Elizabeth and I have been discussing you, and I want you to help me convince her that you're a brilliant man.
Okay.
Now, what did I just say?
You want me to convince Elizabeth that you're a brilliant man.
No, I want you to make... Here she comes.
Alvin?
Hmm?
Come here a minute.
Sure. I'm Alvin. What's the matter?
Richard seems to have started a whole civil war with Mrs. Skinridge. She called Mr. Skinridge and the National Guard and a whole troop of brownies. Will you see if you can pacify her?
Okay. A whole troop of brownies?
Of course not, but she's plenty burned.
Did somebody burn some brownies?
I wasn't talking about cookies, Richard.
Neither was I. I was talking about cameras.
That's nice. Tell me about losing your job.
Well, before I do that, I want you to know that Alvin is a very brilliant man.
What brought that on?
Well, I don't know, but he told me to tell you.
Oh, thanks. Tell me about losing your job.
Well, the boss called me in this morning and gave me a little pep talk. Should have heard him. He said, young man, when I was your age, I started in at $5 a week. And 6 years later, I owned the whole store.
And what'd you say?
Well, I said, you can't do that nowadays. They have cash registers.
And then he fired you.
Yeah, but he gave me a letter of recommendation. You should read it. Look at there.
The bearer of this letter has worked for me for 1 year, and that's enough.
Isn't that nice? And there's more, too.
He is also one of the best men we have ever turned out of the office.
Oh, and believe me, we've turned out some Lulus.
Well, I think I quieted her down now. But her husband's a little mad.
Thanks, honey. Incidentally, Richard's been living up to all the nice things you said about him. He is absolutely non-compos mentis.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Well, that's good, honey.
You deserve it. Both of you.
Yes, we do, Alvin. Thank you, dear.
Now, let's get down to business. I think trying to get Richard's old job back is kind of hopeless. But we could find a new field for him.
How about selling insurance?
Yeah, how about that?
Now, that takes a keen analytical mind and a lot of personality.
Yes, it does, Alvin.
Well, Richard has a keen analytical mind. You said yourself he was non compos mentis.
Yes, you did, Elizabeth.
All right. All right, let's try it. Let's see how you'd approach a housewife.
This ought to be fun. I'll watch.
She needs you, Richard.
Oh. What do you want me to do?
Well, you're going to sell me some insurance. You're the salesman and I'm the housewife. Come on.
Well, don't just stand there. Go on out on the porch.
I'm afraid of that old lady, Alvin. Well, she fights like a tiger.
Richard, come on. You go on over the door. Go on.
Okay.
Somehow he's a nudnik.
Honey's a little confused, that's all.
And when you're around him, you don't act like any Einstein either.
Well, I'll bet he'll be a good salesman. Ring the bell, Richard.
Come in. Yes?
Yes? Say, that was a quick sale. Sign right here.
She means yes. What do you want, meathead?
Alvin. Now, you try it again, Richard. Just from right there. Hello?
Never mind that. Sell her some insurance.
Would you like to buy some insurance?
Well, I usually let my husband take care of that.
Oh, hi, Alvin.
Oh, no. Look, honey, let me show him now.
Now,
Wait.
temper. Remember, he's not stupid.
This is the way it should be done. How do you do, madam? I represent
I'm sorry, not today.
Will you let me get through telling you what I represent?
All right, what do you represent?
Well, I haven't had time to think one up yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do business with a man who doesn't even know what company you represent.
Elizabeth, will you stop talking like that? We're trying to show him how to approach a housewife. This is only a hypothetical case.
Well, who's sick?
All right, look, as long as we're going to pretend, let's go the whole way. I'm Martha, and you're Charles. This man is annoying me, Charles.
I'll go get him.
No, wait a minute.
You are Charles.
Oh, I'm Charles.
Richard, do you have any idea what's going on?
No, but I think it's very interesting.
You're Charles. Charles, throw this man out.
Sure.
No, wait a minute. If you put your hand on me...
I'm sorry. I got carried away. You were saying, young man.
How about some stupid insurance?
Well, you could both use some stupid insurance. I'm sorry. I leave all insurance matters up to my husband.
Good. My dear sir, I have a policy here that I feel sure will certainly interest...
Hi, Alvin.
Honey, please.
All right, let me be the salesman. Neither one of you know how to flatter a woman. Now, watch this.
What is the matter with you? Open the door, Richard.
Hello, little girl. Is your mother here?
I'm Charles.
I give up.
Well, you mixed him up. What's the big idea of calling him a little girl?
Alvin's right, Martha.
That was flattery. When you ask the woman of the house if her mother's in, she thinks... Oh, what's the use?
Are you implying that Richard's stupid?
I didn't say he was stupid.
But I am, Martha.
Richard, the only thing left to do is to try to talk your boss into taking you back.
Do you think you could?
Oh, yeah, she's good at this sort of thing.
What's his name?
Mr. Skinridge.
Skinridge? I'll call information.
Oh, brother, that did it.
What's the matter? Do you know Mr. Skinridge?
You just stole Mrs. Kenridge's paper.
Well, Martha, how did I know?
last time you
I brought it in so that
How
you
did
could
you last
read
with
it.
1 year with those
Come
people?
home
Why
from
don't
the
you get a
all
job
war,
for
sit down and read.
Hey.
And I just brought it in.
Hey, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, everybody. Look, you can get a
Well,
job.
you're trying to be a good kid.
Why don't you stand home and use the phone?
And now here to say goodbye to you is the lovely star of our show, Betty White.
Thank you, Jack, and thank you, everybody. Thank you. As always, we've had a wonderful time. I hope you have. And just before Richard left, he whispered a little word of philosophy that I think is worthy of passing along to you. As he put it, all's well that ends. Once again, till we see you again. Goodbye, everybody.